part 2. Alright, so if you've been watching the other video, which I was so interrupted because of the noise in the background, a Mississippi man is sentenced to 40 years in prison after stabbing a woman 119 times after he learned that on a date she was transgender. On Thursday, the man, 21-year-old Dwanya, I'm not saying it right, so I'll spell it out for you. D-W-A-N-Y-A Hickerson, Hickerson, pleaded guilty to the murder of D, whatever the hell this is, Whigham. No disrespect, I just can't pronounce the person's name. He will serve 15 years in prison for robbery charge. He took a plea deal in order to avoid facing the death penalty over a capital murder charge. The lady who I can't pronounce his last name, mother, Vicky Blackney, with the same last name, blasted the plea deal saying, I think the plea deal was a slap in the face. He gets a chance to see his family. I don't have a chance to see my child. According to Hickerson's testimony in court with him, he had spoke, whatever the lady name is, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his damn name. It's another odd-ass name. Online for months before deciding to meet up on July 23rd. The two met up at a hotel room after having some form of sex. Okay. She was transgender, at which point he lost it. According to the autopsy, the person was stabbed 119 times, the most being in the face and her throat. Yeah, he was really pissed. Also slashed 3 times. WLOX TV reports Jackson County Sheriff Deputy Leo Allen saying the person with the transgender victim and Hickerson were seen entering the hotel room together, and Hickerson was seen exiting room 23 minutes later with his shirt around his neck after having taken a shower. Alright, so they have this on YouTube. I don't think my phone will play it, but we're going to try. Gonna share this to my Facebook page. Yes, right up on both sides of the coin. Alright, post. It's taking a hot minute for this thing to load, but these are your two victims, who are your two people. The victims over here where my middle finger is on this side of the screen, and the bad guys over there at my thumb. Now I know you guys are thinking, why am I calling him a bad guy? There's many things you can do in life, alright? And one, this is a cautionary tale, alright? And I'm saying this, hopefully you guys can't hear the dumbass dog barking. I'm saying this because, you know, I don't think anybody should be hurt for being honest with who they are to themselves, but you need to be honest to everyone. You know, one of my biggest fears in life was to fall in love with someone who was transgender. And this was long ago, before I understood what the hell was going on up here in the transgender person's mind. Alright, now I don't have no disrespect for anybody who's transgender. Let's get that out the way. I support you guys. I like jazz. I'm 100% behind you. Hey, be you. You know what I'm saying? But in all honesty and respect, if you're not going to date in a transgender or alternative lifestyle community, then you need to be honest with the person that's sitting across the room from you, who are thinking that you're a hot chick when you used to be a dude. Alright? Now, don't take that the wrong way. Because some people, they're not down to earth. They're not receptive of the new craze of sex changes, which really isn't a real new change, because the first person to have a sex change, I think they did it between the 30s and the 40s, and I think it might have been a male soldier who got changed to a woman and became a model. I don't really know. You guys have to Google it. I'm like way behind the times on technology, so best thing I can tell you is Google who had the first sex change and get your information from Google, because I'm not 100% accurate with that, and I don't want to be a liar. But I believe, and I could be wrong. Let me state that first. I could be severely wrong on this. That the first transgender person was a white man who went to England, had a sex change, and came back to America as a woman. Don't ask. Google that shit. Alright? Now, as you all know, and if you don't know, let me give you some enlightenment. Now, sometimes being transgender is a choice. However, over the past decade, they have discovered that there is a scientific genetic disease or disorder or gene or whatever the hell you want to call it or however the hell you want to say it that actually does cause this, and it happens during the second or third trimester, right between where the child's gender is going to finally be what the child is meant to be genetically or gender-wise. All right. Now, for you guys who don't know, who medical professions can attest to this or contest to this, that most of the time you don't really get your gender assignment until almost 7 or 8 months in. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but maybe 7 or 8 weeks in. However long it takes for your cells to form your body, then that's when all of the gender stuff come into play. And there have been causes of causing defects is where you could have a woman's brain inside a boy's body. Now, technically, that would almost make you the ultimate man, because you'd be able to understand how a woman thinks, and then you'd be able to easily score some. Now, don't take that the wrong way. I'm just saying, if men could understand how a woman's mind works, we understand the woman's body more than we understand the woman's mind. But that's just because we like having sex. That's just that simple. So in this situation that I'm bringing up, if you are going to be transgender, if you are a man transgendering into a woman, I didn't say that right. Transgending. Fuck. If you are a man that's going to become a woman, then you should probably be honest with the man sitting across the table who does not know you, especially if y'all met online. Because meeting online, you kind of, what you see is what you get sometimes. And if you're only seeing this much of a person, it's not really safe to say they are who they say they are. And being a victim of catfishing, yeah, Dr. Phil, if you're out there, I'm trying to get to you because I need your help. Anyway, I don't think that the guy should have stabbed a transgender person. That's probably something that the transgender person probably should have mentioned up before they met. That should not be. I don't know. I'm not victim blaming. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not victim blaming, but it does help to let people know. Regardless of rejection or not, your life is more important than what this asshole across the table is thinking while he's trying to wine you, dine you, and 69 you. Now, in all safetyness, I have watched some porn that wasn't supposed to be my type of porn, and I have discovered that, yeah, there are chicks with dicks. Now, very popular shit, but most people in real life aren't really looking for that. That's one of those phenomenons or anomalies that people want to explore, and that's their cup of tea, and they can have it. This is my cup of tea. I like real women. Every 28 days, I know to get the hell out of the house. Mostly it's a safety issue, but in the events that you are going to date this transgender person, I would say honestly, you have the right to know. But if you don't have an open mind about dating them, then you should probably fade back. This dude's going to prison. He's not going to get the death penalty, as I read to you in the other video or this video, whichever one I read it to you in. And this person's mom has lost her child. Now I'm going to be honest. They're both at fault. God bless it. I'll make a third one. You know I was recording, right?